This is the Sears Gamefisher 3.0 outboard, which is air-cooled. And here's where I drilled a hole to access this screw to get the side port off for the exhaust piece. I did this so I could get in here to clean out exhaust chamber. Cylinder's right in here. Exhaust goes through in here, goes down this tube, and then it exits this hole right here. This is the propeller. Anyways, this is an air-cooled engine, and to get this off, there's like 6 screws here. There's one extra one. I didn't want to fool around taking this cover off. A lot of these engines you see used have the covers are cracked, and looks like it's got a lot of little pieces that can break on it. So what I did is I just bored a hole through here and used kind of like a countersink and kind of goofed it up, because this engine runs real well, but I just wanted to go ahead and check the exhaust chamber out, see if it had any carbon buildup. It's actually fairly clean. It didn't require too much cleanup in here, but that was my poor man's way of just going through and getting at the screw so I can turn it on the side to vacuum this out, scrape it out with a little knife. You want to make sure nothing gets down here in the cylinder, so it's almost better to turn this on the side so you've got gravity to not get junk down in the cylinder head. Anyways, there's a gasket on there too. Got to be careful with that. Anyways, this is the Sears Gamefisher 3.0 outboard, air-cooled. Kind of sounds like a weed eater. Got a nice little propeller on here with a shear pin. It's got a clutch, sort of like a mini bike, that when you're at low speed, it's basically freewheeling. You give it some more gas over here, and that tends to engage the prop. And a good little motor, starts up right away. It's got a gas shut off over here, and the mix on it is 50-1. Sometimes I use 50, sometimes I use 38 or something like that, because sometimes I use gas from other engines. But it's a good little motor. Anyways, this is the exhaust port, chamber, whatever. Exhaust is here. Goes down through tube again, exhaust out underwater. There's no rubber impeller on this because it's an air-cooled engine, so it's kind of nice to use in areas. I've been using this in brackish water, and I usually rinse it off in a barrel, but there's not a water pump that's retaining water. There probably is some seals in here that, you know, still might have some brackish water in, but it's a good little